You've been living in the diaspora for a long time. Your children were born in the diaspora. They've been going to foreign schools. They're used to a foreign curriculum. And you like the fact that your children are used to a multicultural setting and you'd want that to continue. You plan to come back home. You'd want your children to continue being exposed to that sort of multicultural setting. You would like your children to go to internationally recognized schools, and you're very concerned whether you'll be able to afford the high fees that foreign schools tend to charge back at home. So this video is all about you. I'll be talking today about how do you fund your child's education back at home. So you're planning to come back home and you're busy looking for schools that offer foreign-based curriculum because you want your children to continue with the same curriculum that they were enjoying while still abroad. So we asked ourselves, what are the top 10 schools that you're most likely to land to? And we came up with a fee range of about $7,000 to about $25,000, with International School of Kenya being the most expensive, $25,000. And only 2 schools out of the 10 were charging less than $10,000, and 7 schools were charging between $10,000 and $15,000. So it's an expensive affair, and therefore the most obvious question to any concerned parent would be, how do we fund my child's education? We isolated one of the schools that most recently opened in Kenya, and it is their first venture in the Sub-Saharan Africa space, Sabis International Runda. It's a state-of-the-art school with over 130 years experience of offering education across 4 continents with over 70,000 students worldwide. And that's why we recognize it as a school that anybody coming from abroad would consider. The fee structure is between $6,000 to $10,000 per annum, depending on where your child is, and your child is prepared to sit for British-based IGCSE or American AP examinations at the end of that period. And we estimated that it will take about 14 million Kenya shillings, or about $140,000, for your child to go through K1 to grade 12. And we gave ourselves a challenge: how can we be able to reduce this burden for parents? And we came up with some very intriguing numbers, with about an initial portfolio of $80,000 or 8 million shillings. A parent can be able to take through their child through the Sabis school from K1 to grade 12 without ever going back to their pocket. And what is even more amazing is that at the end of that period, they will still be able to have about 7 million shillings or $70,000 in their account, ready to fund the next phase of that child's education, which will be university. So quite exciting. So it is really possible for anybody who is looking to come back to their home country from their diaspora to fund their children's education in a very, very stress-free manner. So my call to action is that you should reach out to one of the wealth managers, reputable one of course, that is able to set these goals for you and plan for you, and you begin the journey of putting together a portfolio that will fund your child's education when you return back to the country.